What is up, Brassonians? What is going on, gang? Adventuring gang?
What's up?
Oh,
Hello, hello.
hello. Oh,
This thing
Not
on?
much.
a tutti.
I ruined our lives by having to go to Oklahoma for a wee bit, and now I'm back. So now we're doing stuff and
Oh,
junk.
And
no.
Christian had to go support the medical people around there for a while this past weekend.
No worries, Katie. I'm sure that some of us occupied ourselves in ways that you probably don't know. Inside joke, wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the other people here know about it.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
So we.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more.
No, 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 no. You're going too far already. Okay, okay, okay. Everyone, quiet. No, no, no. Please. Okay.
So we're thrilled because Kajak has joined us again.
Yay!
Woo! And
Huzzah!
I guess I'll let Christian do the recap because I don't want to forget anything. I don't know.
Yeah. The last session, um, our adventurers, Regis, Jory, and Alira, met up and decided to go around town and get everything set for their trek out to the Mage Tower, out to Destner Dark Drafts Tower. Let's move us to the map where I can point out exactly where that is. And just in case anyone hasn't seen it, like K-Jax, this is the world of Glameris. We are here in the Kingdom of Trela. As we zoom in on the kingdom, we're here at the Polished Coast.
Holy crap.
And down to the southwest, Dustner Dartraff's tower sits there, and that is the direction that you guys will be going to find out what has happened to Destner, as he has not been sending in any letters to his friend, Dirk Derringer, who is another wizard who lives in Brass City. Now, Dirk is very concerned about his pen pal that he's sent messages to because, as it turns out, Dirk was a vampire, and he's been looking for a cure to his vampirism. And he's asked Dessner to find one. But after he went missing, Dirk sent out a few adventurers to see what was going on, and they have not returned. So,
Or if they did, they were.
yes, or if they were, they came back changed and mentally unstable.
See? We're already mentally unstable. We're
Really?
ahead of the game.
I'm taking this job.
So, the party went out around the town, found some supplies, mostly some horses, which our very own Jory talked with the stable master for, and he convinced the stable master to get you guys some horses, and you guys would just pay him back for it as long as you put 20 gold up front. Which you have not paid yet. You're going to be paying today, correct?
I thought I had already subtracted it off of my sheet.
Oh, we'll double check when we get to there. We haven't really gained any gold, so if you have or haven't, it won't make a difference. We'll find out.
Sure. We'll make sure he gets paid, I promise.
But after you guys had your fun time around town, you met back up in the Brass Dragon. Here in Brass City, let me move us over to that map. The Brass Dragon being this giant tavern with 2 stories to it, having all sorts of adventurers around it, looking for bounties to find, looking for gold to collect. We even had Regis, who was playing a nice game of dragons and castles,
And one.
and won. And the game itself was like a poker kind of game. Now we come back to the party in the tavern, deciding what they're going to do next. It is currently about 7 in the evening, so it's close to time to long rest. Floor is yours.
I'm going to thank the gentleman for teaching me a new game and gather my winnings and go up to the bar and order one of those brews, one of those beers.
Ask Katie; she'll tell you what the house brand is.
I wrote this down.
Yeah. Nebin, the human male that you had spoken with, he was like, of course, always willing to add a new player to the game. And once again, just as he did last week, he invites you, if you guys are ever out searching to find beast parts, that's what our group does. So feel free to adventure with us sometime.
Thank you for the invite. Thank you. We need any stout companions. We'll be sure to look you up.
For sure. He said stock companion. Plug and play. So Jory wants to perform and tell a tale of heroes and villains and swords and sorcery and dragons and.
All right. So, as Regis goes up to the bar and he goes up to Uriel, Mr. Burrowbeard, who is still tending to the bar, and asks him for the house brew. Let me find that again. Burrowbeard brew, or Burrowbeard brew. You hop over to the center of the Brass Dragon, where there is a small stage up in the center, where you're able to do as such. What kind of tale do you tell?
I tell the tale of Micaeus the Meek, an unassuming young man who took up a sword and ended up taking on a dark elf, and though losing his life, he learned a lot along the way.
All right, any more?
I just want to make them laugh, make them cry, make them laugh and cry.
All right. And then, are you doing anything with this, or are you just saying it all like that?
Well, I'm using my typical performance. I'll use my thaumaturgy and my other cantrips to illuminate things and make changes of color to just add to the ambiance of my story.
No, I know. I'm just trying to give you the option to flavor it for yourself.
Oh, I totally understand, and some of my future performances will be far more fleshed out, and I'm working on them as we speak.
Roll me a performance check for that. I forget that you have such high points.
I, for one, was moved.
All right. So as you tap your tail, what was the name of the character again?
Matthias the Meek.
Thank you for the follow, Gathers.
As you tell your tale of Macias the Meek, many of the patrons are moved by the story. A few of them tearing up even. And as you finish your tale, there's a resounding slow clap that goes on for the tale. It is a little bit more of a sad, sorrowful one.
For sure. I will take my bow and pass the hat around for the collections.
All right, and as you put it around, I'm going to say you went 8 points above what the DC was for a good pot. So you're going to get 8d4 worth of silver.
Have these horses paid off in no time.
All right, and that gets you 27 silver.
Nice.
Yeah, it's 2.7 gold.
2.7. 16. Perfect. All right.
Finish
I've
your.
almost made.
Go on. Sorry.
No, I was just saying I've almost made my my trip here back in my ale earlier. Very nice.
And as you finish your tale, you give your hat to the last person. A half elf who is near the stage. And the half elf has a lute and a pan flute on them, and they are wearing some leather armor. Carl, would you like to introduce your character?
Hello, they call me Brazen.
Marth, good sir.
It seems you're very strong with words.
I am Regis.
Oh, I do love to to spin a good yarn.
Very good. Do you use music in your tales as well?
I that is not my forte. I am not as skilled in the musical instruments as you seem to be, sir.
Ah, well, maybe sometime we can share a story together.
Oh, I would love to collaborate with you. Sounds amazing.
Indeed. Where are you guys off to?
Well, we have found the hard way that once you remove a job from the job board, you're officially on that job.
I already said
so-
I was sorry.
You didn't know. We didn't.
You're explaining
We didn't know.
the reason as you're both walking to the table, and you meet up back with Jory and Alira.
I'm Jory, so Regis and Alira.
Oh, sorry, Regis and Alira. I'm gonna get you two confused. I apologize. It's just tradition at this point.
Right? It's like, which Tim are we talking about? But yeah, we're on this job. We have to. We're about to head out to a mage's tower to check on him to make sure he's okay. Seems his.
Unfortunately, other people have gone out there have not fared not very, very well.
They weren't us. We got this.
That's true. But it's something to keep in mind.
Indeed. Well, would you like an extra compatriot to come help you with the job you guys accidentally took from the board?
Oh, we could definitely use help paying back for the horses. That's for sure.
I have no problem with
Letting the money an extra way.
Does anybody know the term of cannon fodder?
I think they call them Marines.
No.
Well, yes, I would like to join your party and help with this as well.
Huzzah!
Welcome.
See, I'm telling you, everything is working out just fine.
Yeah, now it's only 125 gold each. Oh, I'm sorry. Say what?
Say that again.
I said, muttering to myself.
He was muttering to himself
muttering
about.
to myself beneath my breath. Now it's only 125 gold each.
Ah.
Less of a cut for him. But hey, if any of us expire, that's a little bit more. I mean, if only one person comes back.
I would rather get 125 gold than lose a compatriot.
I'm with you on that one for sure. But hopefully we'll get there. We'll find this mage is just fine, and it's just been busy and unable to return the letter to his pen pal. Hey,
I definitely
I
side-eye
look over-
Jory.
I'm gonna look at the two the companions that were there for the visit of our benefactor, and just kind of keep away from giving up too much information about who is paying us and why they're paying us and all that. Just because it's minutia. We're doing a good deed and we're making some gold. But I think we should retire, get rested up, and so that first light we can head over, load up the horses, and go.
I vote for that.
Definitely like my sleep.
Agreed.
See you all in the morning. We have a wake up call with the hostel. And I have to.
I think we arranged all that last session, if I
Yes.
remember right. Yeah.
Well, the session the session before last. We had secured the room after we got back from speaking with the guy before the poker game.
Oh, yeah,
Or
yeah.
Dragon poker.
That's when you learn that rooms at the Brass Dragon are 5 silver a night.
Right, and that was shortly after we Jory realized that he was not quite as rich as he thought he was.
Yeah, he is not a noble, unfortunately.
No. He thought people were far more liberal with their money and things than they really are.
And as you all are able to retire for the night, you are able to take a long rest in the Brass Dragon. Waking up the next day, ready for adventure. The next day is bright and sunny, not a cloud in the sky, as you all wake up and get yourself ready.
I do my morning ebulations and go down and see if I can sweet talk or if I can find some breakfast. Some rituals to breakfast.
Yeah, you hop on downstairs, Regis, and you're able to see that there are a lot of adventurers all clamoring around looking for a barmaid's attention to get some food.
And I joined the queue, as it were.
All right. And you start waiting for someone to notice you for food. How's everyone else doing for this morning?
I'm still sleeping.
All right. Brazen, just still in his bed, just snoring away.
I wake up and head downstairs.
Oh, was that Jory? Not.
Jory's still
Yeah, that was George.
Sorry,
Yeah, Jory's still snoring.
I saw your thing light up when you said that.
Oh, is that, yeah.
All right. Brazen, though, gets all prim, proper, starts heading downstairs in his best clothes.
I head downstairs and see that there is a line of people. So I sit cross-legged on the stage and start playing my flute.
All right. Do you want to roll performance for me?
Yes.
It's not your best performance you've ever had. Your flute seems to be a little out of tune. So it's not really, it's not your talent that's in question right now. It's that you just haven't gotten your flute ready for the day.
For sure.
It's, you know, every note seems to be going off right until you get to your, until you get to like your C note, and it's going really sharp.
So I start tuning my flute.
All right, Alira, you also heading downstairs?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of yawn and stumble down, just kind of sit at the table with Regis with my head in my hands, like half asleep.
Alira heads downstairs. Hair is an absolute mess, just all over the place.
Yep.
Massive, massive, like, bed head. Like, hair is just, like, sticking up in one direction.
Does anybody know Phyllis Diller?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, that shows our age.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys.
You're a little. Oh. Continue. Role play. Role play.
That's all you're gonna get out of me. It's just like, good morning, guys. Just like slumped into my seat. What time do we head out?
I'm keeping an eye on the lines and go out, get up and get some food. Alira, do you have any preferences for your drinking your fast?
Coffee.
Coffee. Well, the equivalent of-
Caribbean tea.
All right. So after a little bit of time, an elven woman does come over to your table, and is like, "Oh, you all had rooms for the night, right?
Yes, we did.
Can I see your keys?"
And I should show her my key, or give her my key actually.
I can take that from you. She takes everyone's keys. I will get you all some breakfast. Any preferences for the morning?
Coffee and bacon, please.
Spanish omelet.
Alright. Eggs, bacon.
Bacon,
Any-
cheese.
I want some waffles.
Some veggies. Put up in it.
Alright. Not able to make any waffles, but I can get you some eggs and meats.
That'll work for me. And I think my
And
my native here will do the same. With some coffee.
Lots of
coffee,
coffee.
but I can get y'all a
For the
nail.
equivalent thereof.
No coffee, but I can get y'all a nail.
Sounds good.
It'll work.
Okay, that'll work. Okay.
No coffee here.
That'll work.
She heads on back, giving Jory enough time to wake up and head on downstairs.
Comes stumbling down the stairs and just making all kinds of noise. Can barely keep his eyes open. Walks up to the table, kind of scratching. Did anybody else have the worst night sleeping?
Not I.
I could
My
use
night was
about
quite wonderful.
6 more hours.
And I plop down next to Regis and just kind of lay my head on his shoulder and start to softly snore again.
What kind of critter is Jory?
Tiefling.
Tiefling.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys have a human, 2 tieflings, and a half elf.
No, Mom, I don't want to go to school today.
A little bit later, and the elven woman comes back, brings you guys a few plates of ham, bacon, some eggs, an omelet, and
The second the meat smell hits Jory's nose, he is up, alert, awake, like he has been given a shot of adrenaline. Fantastic breakfast! I look up and smile at the waitress.
she smiles back to you, and she also hands everybody an ale. She even, without seeing Jory before, knew that you guys had an extra companion and had already brought an extra ale for him as well.
Yes, we did.
Oh, you guys are the best! And I'm just gonna start digging in.
I get some salt and pepper.
Absolutely. She pulls out a couple from a bag she's got for you.
Right? And I take that and I bring it on my omelet, knife and fork, cut me up a piece, and enjoy my omelet. Oh, this is good.
So,
Gonna be the best food you get in town. Get someone to make something better. And then she heads off and starts helping some other adventurers around the tavern.
Just so you know, guys, here's the plan. We're gonna go get the horses.
Yep.
Oh God, this is so good.
Yeah,
Hold on. Okay. So we grab the horses, and I figure we head out right away. The sooner we head that, get to the tower, the sooner we can get back and get this money.
Works for me.
I wipe my hands and my mouth fastidiously with my napkin, lay it down. By an empty plate and jug and mug. That's for me. Let's do it.
All right. As you guys are able to finish breakfast, you all head out from the tavern, and you head out to the card district where Thurden and his stables were.
Good morning.
Hello, hello.
Alright, seems you're all ready to head out.
Absolutely. And I let them know exactly what the deal was. The 20 now, and then we will pay the rest once we get paid from the job. Right?
Yes.
For the 2 horses? For the 2
Now-
horses?
It'll be 1:30 afterward.
Okay. So I pull out 10. I pull out 10 gold pieces just to show my good faith. I look at the other companions. I said, "Does anybody have the other 10 for the horses?"
I do. I think I do. I don't even remember what I won last night.
Right? He takes it from you. Pleasure. Here they are. This is Jezebel. This is Gypsy. They'll serve you well.
All right, Jezebel and Gypsy.
And he
I don't know.
brings you out to. So Jezebel is like a tan horse with like this white mane, and some like white splotchy areas, of fur, like mostly around like the eyes, and around like the neck area. Gypsy is mostly black, fur, except for her tail, which is white, and her mane, which is just a lighter black.
Jory immediately runs to Jezebel and is in love.
Checks out.
This will be the gallant steed that carries me to victory. Oh, the stories we will compose. I can see the fervor of battle in your eyes already. This will be glorious.
Jezebel like just bends her head down and just starts eating some grass.
We've heard this song before.
All right. Onward to victory. Let's mount up.
And away we go.
And I go to Mount Jezebel. Wait, who's riding with who?
I will ride with whoever wishes me to ride with them.
Well, since Jory used my shoulder, I guess I'll use his pencil of his saddle.
Regis, let us go off into glorious adventure.
Reach up my left arm. He grabs forearms with his left arm and
Yep.
give a
Oh,
swing
yeah.
up behind him.
Alira's just shaking her head watching all this.
Yeah, wondering how
People,
I got stuck with you more and more.
Right? right. All the oddball people you end up stuck with, huh?
Alira's just here, like, remembering the good old times with Nuzba.
Yeah.
Nuzba and Gronk and not Remus. Remus was that other one. What was
I
was it R?
Yeah, it was.
It was Ronan, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Ronan, yeah, there you go.
always got to be an R with them.
Yeah.
Remus, Romulus, and Ronan.
Ronan, Romulus, Remus. All right. Now, pop you over to the region map. Move you guys here. If you wanna zoom in on that a little bit, about like 200% would get you a good distance to it.
All theater of the mind.
And I'll click it in for you just in case you're not at it. All right. So, getting all the way to Dessner's Tower is about a 60-mile trek. Are you guys going to be going at a fast pace, slow pace?
I don't want it like too fast because I don't want to. I really don't want to push the horses. We're not trying to, get away for our lives. But I'd like to keep a decent riding pace. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because like
So it's comfortable travel for everybody.
horses at like a normal pace can get like roughly 50 miles per day.
Yeah.
So you'll probably have to make camp the night right before you get to the tower, and then camp out in the woods for a day.
Okay. So there's no sort of midway point that has like anything. There's just nothing between the tower and here, just the road, right?
There's like barely even a road. You guys are going pretty much through like
Brush.
not brush, because it's not really foresty going this way. You're going through mostly prairie areas.
It wouldn't matter
So,
if there was
is
an
it
inn.
like-
We're too poor anyway.
Right.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
Is
there
it
isn't
flat?
anything crazy out that way. It's slightly hilly. It's not it's not an intense like hilliness. Like you are going through like valleys or anything.
Rolling plains.
Yeah,
So,
basically.
Yeah, we're riding across these plains like Atreyu hunting the purple buffalo. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not that difficult for your horses to like get that way. And there is like I said, there's like a makeshift trail from people going this direction. Just not anything like concrete. Nothing that's been like, placed in there specifically. That would be
Right.
for all of those like brown lines that you can see.
Now, and there's no stand of trees or anything like any kind of cover where we're going to be camping like dead out in the open.
No, you can find yourself like, some shade, some places where you can set up like near some trees, so you can find like stuff to build a fire.
Like
It's
little
not like
copses
all-
of trees.
Yeah, it's not all plains, like all just full on that, but it's also not
For
like
sure.
fully forest or anything like that.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if it was wise to have a fire, because if you're on a flat plane and you just have a fire, just makes you a target. But if
No,
we
I
can
get.
have some kind of coverage, but that's good.
Okay, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying though now, but no, like nothing like that. It's pretty much all just like a mixture of like plains and forest, and you can pretty much get between either whichever one works best for.
And would you say
And
we're like
I'd
pretty
like to.
safe? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just as a kind of side. I'd like to be kind of vamping with K-Jack, trying to work some of my stories to be more lyrical to match some of his melodies. Just goofing off.
Yep. And I will ride on the back of the horse, and I will continue playing my flute.
I'm just thinking, like, we're probably reasonably safe to make camp anyway because we were told that, like, nobody goes this way. Like, there was no way to get here other than buying horses, so it doesn't
Right.
seem like
We
it'd be
so
a
which
good, like, bandit road because who are you going to rob?
Right.
There's nobody coming.
Right. The highwaymen know that there's nothing out this way
There
other
is no
than
highway.
right. Exactly.
Yeah, you're
Alright.
the biggest problem that you might run into are like goblins, maybe a troll at the very worst.
Well, in that
I love
case,
fighting
of course,
goblins.
we will need a watch for the night. And watch for the night.
Foul beasts goblins are. They're vermin. They should all be eradicated. Just kidding. I'm not into mass genocide. But if I were,
If you were,
Then Gerblins first. Yeah, should we take watching shifts, guys?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
I
I'll take
will.
first.
I will guard you. Oh wait. Ooh, okay.
I will go first. I'll go first. I'll take the first watch.
I will
Yeah.
take second.
1 second as well. You can use who's. Nobody's been injured since before I joined the party, right?
Yeah. No, we don't need to do our performance to help the healing.
Very good.
Not this time. Maybe next time.
Not yet.
Probably most definitely next time.
all right. Who's taking first watch?
Regis.
Regis Haldane.
All right. And how many hours of watch are you taking, Regis?
Well, I
Were we
say
doing three? Were we doing 3 or 4 shifts or?
I would say 4 shifts.
Yeah.
2 hours
You guys,
each.
I know like a few of you haven't done typical like D&D like for this kind of stuff. Do you guys want me to kind of give you what normally happens?
Yes.
Yeah,
That way we
sure.
can educate the world.
So typically, if you have a party of 4, the way that you can get like a good night's rest is each person takes a 2-hour shift. So it allows for humans who need like their full 8 hours to still get like a good rest, getting like 6 of their 8 and just kind of being groggy for whatever 2 hours they are doing their watch at. Usually, I don't imply any penalties for that. And then it also allows like if you have anyone who's like an elf who only needs 4 hours of rest, they can take an additional hour or two to take an extra little bit of watch if someone needs like some extra sleep or something like that. So typically it's everybody takes a 2-hour lunch, or sorry, 2-hour watch. Yeah, 2-hour lunch. I must be hungry.
Sweet.
All right, so I will take second shift.
All right. So we got Regis, then we've got Brazen.
I'll
I
take
can go
third.
third.
Oh,
Whoop.
either way. I said it first.
All right.
Nope, I said it first.
Regis, Brazen, Jory, and then Alira.
Okay.
And then the only other thing to go over with watches is obviously when you're sleeping, you aren't wearing any armor. So if you are attacked during your sleep, it does mean that you don't have like your chainmail or your leather armor on or anything like that. So just be aware of that. All right.
I had a very good night's sleep. So, and we had a fairly easy ride, and not a very taxing ride. So, after we have our evening meal, I kind of walk a perimeter, and while it's still light, seeing what's where and where something might be hidden, and back to the
Did you
kind
guys
of on a rise close by the where we camp, overlooking the camp.
did you guys set up in a more wooded area, or did you guys set up in a more like plainsy area?
Or wooded. I was
Or-
concerned about the cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll need the firewood.
Okay.
Still, I do a perimeter check, as it were, and pick out a spot where I can see, have a good view, and be close to the camp if something happens in my 2 hours.
Alrighty. Roll me some perception checks. 1 perception check per hour. So 2.
Perception. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So for your first hour, let me just do a couple of checks here. For your first hour, everything is relatively quiet as the night begins to roll in, and as the sunset finally fades down, and you get to see the pitch black all around you, only the fire illuminating the area.
I try to keep my general gaze away from the fire, and every once in a while I just sort of pause and listen, since my eyesight's not going to be good. Try to tune my ears to what's happening.
Yeah. As you in your what?
A little bit of a patrol.
As you tune in your ears and you listen around, you hear off in the distance the howling of some coyotes. Nearby, there are a few smaller animal critters, maybe some squirrels or maybe what?
A vole or two.
Or maybe like a chipmunk or something. And you're able to look up at the stars, and being as far away as you are from any sort of civilization, the stars are just absolutely beautiful tonight. You're able to see everything, way more than you would if you were back in any of the major cities. Your 2 hours end with with nothing notable happening.
So I wander over to Raisin, sort of nudge his foot.
What? Huh?
Arise, Brazen Sir.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, Brazen, roll me 2 perception checks. All right.
What is forest?
Yeah. Pretty much have dark vision and everything, but still can't see shit.
Look at these rocks. Do I need to cut my toenails?
Has anybody here seen Suicide Squad yet?
Not yet.
Yes.
Walking around in the trees? Bird.
Bird.
Ooh, tree.
Tree.
Big tree.
Big
And
tree.
this is essentially how you spend your 2 hours. Is nothing notable happens.
Sweet.
He's like, yeah, successful watch.
And I nudge next in line to take next watch.
Jury.
Joey's
What?
turn.
Huh? No, there's no clown. There's what? Oh, watch. Yes, got it. Got it. Oh.
All right, Jory. Now, as you wake up, I need you to roll 2 perception checks. I see them both, and let me see what happens.
Mr. Consistency.
For the most part, you're mostly asleep during your watch.
That makes sense.
Am I awake? You're like waking yourself up every 5 minutes and looking around, seeing if something's going on. But
Huh? Who?
nothing.
Yeah.
One time you do wake up and there's a coyote like pretty close to your guys' camp, but as soon as you like stare it down, it scurries away.
Like a rock at it with my tail.
And your 2 hours end without incident.
And I gently awake Alira.
I hate you so much.
I know.
The best part
Wake
is
me in a
that
couple hours.
the best part is because your last watch, it means you don't get to go back to sleep.
Yeah. That's
Right.
it.
You're up for the day.
All right, Alira, perception check.
Nice.
So for the first hour of your watch, it is pretty uneventful, but you do manage to keep yourself awake as you're slowly getting yourself prepared for the day. And your second watch, you just notice as the sun begins to slowly rise over the horizon. As your long rest has finished.
Oh.
I can get my yoga on.
Right?
Some stretches.
Woo.
I start
Alright.
stretching.
I wake up, put on my gear, and I feel fully refreshed.
I start slowly piecing my armor together. If you've never watched a tiefling put on heavy armor, scale mail, I believe is what I have, right? Chainmail? Chainmail.
I think you have chainmail,
With
yeah.
Yeah, strapping it on and tying his straps with his tail and his hands and everything. It's a pretty neat thing to watch.
Wow.
All right, boys, let's get moving. The sooner we get to that tower, the sooner we can hope they have breakfast.
Breakfast. But you said the magic word. Where? Breakfast.
Oh.
We have to have rations. We have to
Yeah.
have rations for
Speaking
breakfast.
of
now.
which, as you guys wake up, you are hungry after a day of travel and waking up. Everybody
Ooh, rash.
a ration.
Okay.
Ooh, our GM is feeling benevolent.
Huh?
You're feeling... that's not sarcasm. That's like, oops, we didn't... I don't know that we bought supplies when we were in town, so letting us have a ration's pretty great.
Oh, they're in our packs.
Well, actually, everyone but Brazen would have rations, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
Can somebody spare a ration?
Sure.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm not assuming anything. I'm just saying what I know. Alira should from your because I believe you start with an explorer's pack, or like a scholar's pack or something.
Yeah.
So you should have one.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you guys start with 5. But I know the bard unfortunately does not start with any. But
Sure, I give him one of my rations.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
All right, and you guys get ready to travel. You untie the horses from whatever tree you had them hooked up to. You get all of your tents down, and you head on out to Dessner's Tower. A couple hours later, you arrive at the tower. Is this tall, spiraling building that seems to have multiple towers that just come out from one, moving off in multiple different directions. It starts at this one large base, square tower, moves up to be more of a circular type of tower, splits off into about 3 different smaller towers until it comes back together and forms one more big tower. And has another smaller tower that comes out from the side. To the side of it, there are some stables. Let me move you guys to the map.
You know, I once heard a story about this girl with really long hair that was kept up in the tower by her wicked witch of a mother.
I think I've heard that one before.
Really?
Yes.
Trying to look around the ground for any stray.
I walk up and knock on the door.
Let me in. Woo.
As you knock on the door, it seems to simply open. As you knock on it for the second time, knock. Please roll a perception check for me, everyone.
Here we go again.
Pretty rocks. I love these steps.
Yeah. So the DC is 12. To see that this door, it's a double door. It's circular, in kind of a half oval shape. Around the edges of it, for those of you that rolled higher than a 12, it reads,
Abandon all hope, ye who no.
no, it reads, one who believes in reality is simply fooling himself. The illusion of reality is what is actually real.
I love these doors. I love that quote. This is gonna be awesome.
No, you read it. I see how beautiful the steps are. I think I'm tying my shoes.
It's too
There's
early
like a
for
single
thinking.
step up. And you may
Out of
enter.
character, I hope the person that's writing stuff down is still writing stuff down.
I did not write that down.
Oops.
Might we request the DM to possibly reiterate the wording on the door for?
Oh sure, cause I'm the girl. I gotta write it down. Hold on.
Hey,
Listen, I was pulling my bio up as well, since I wasn't going to just expect it out of you, Katie.
You know what?
I was
You know
just
what's
asking.
great about these is that we can actually go back and look at the recording too. So we're gonna move.
So I'm going to enter.
All right. You enter in.
Fearless. Like, hello.
All right. So we'll hold that thought on you, Jory, as you enter into the building. I'm gonna move you up a little bit. Does anyone else enter as well?
Yeah, Regis is going to.
Regis also enters. Is anyone else entering with them?
Yeah, I'll slowly enter as well.
Yeah, Illyria would definitely go in.
Okay. Are you guys going in with them, or are you like slowly entering?
Slowly entering.
All right, so you're the one who gets to see this. As
Uh-oh.
soon as someone goes into the building, what you see past the door seems to be a pretty normal small room. But as soon as they enter into the building, your companions simply disappear through the door.
Huh. So I yell into the door before I officially enter there, and I say, "You guys still there?"
And they do not hear you.
I turn around and look. Do I see him?
As you turn around and look, there is a closed, locked door.
Oops. Yeah, we're still here.
No,
didn't
you
hear
can
him.
hear him.
You didn't hear him.
Oh, I didn't hear him.
You
Nope.
can't hear. No one can hear you from
Oh.
outside the tower.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I don't.
No one can
right.
hear you scream in outer space.
But I do notice the door closed and locked.
No, you didn't notice it closed and locked. It was always closed and locked from inside the building.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If I look behind me, I see a closed door.
Exactly. You didn't see a lock or close or anything. You didn't hear
Nope.
anything. It was just always closed.
Closed door.
Can I inspect the door, I guess? Or I guess I would investigate the door because I'm trying to figure out why we can't see Brazen anymore.
You may.
Or the open door. Well, I personally am not paying attention to the door at the moment because it hasn't appeared to me, that it's closed, or at least dawned on me. I'm literally going, "Hello, Dresner."
You hear nothing. Though to your right, you can definitely see that there is a little room, like a living area, filled with many chairs, a couch, a coffee table, and even a fireplace.
Is there fire in the fireplace?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Can I feel heat emanating from?
You'd have to go up to it to see.
Well, I will. I like. It just looks like a living room to me. Like I don't see anybody in there, right?
Yeah, you don't see
So
anyone.
I'm not really going to be drawn that way. I'm going to continue, calling out for Dessner, and moving further into the building.
You see to your left, there's also another room. I'm sure that's showing up correctly for you on your screen, right?
So I'm seeing like a hallway here, and then it
Yeah.
looks like a room here.
Yes, there are two rooms there.
Okay. I can't see into this room here just yet from this angle, but I can peep what's here.
Yeah, and there is no door there. It simply is a small room opening into what seems to be a dining type of room.
Yeah, what it looks like. Well, now I'm going to turn and be like, guys,
And then you see the.
where's Kate? Where's
Where's
right?
Brazen?
Like,
Where's Brazen?
yeah, where's Brazen? Why'd
And
you close Brazen out?
at that moment, we want to see what Brazen's doing right now.
I'm gonna look on the outside of the building. Do I see any windows?
There are windows like up the building.
All right, but nothing that I could reach just naturally.
Nothing that you could like jump up to. No, not unless you were like able to jump like 30 feet high.
Okay, yeah, which I cannot. So I'm gonna think for a second and say, you know what, screw it, and enter the building.
All right.
Bump right into Alira.
Are arguing, trying to figure out where you're at. You
Hey!
phase through the door in their eyes. To you, it's you see yourself open a door. You see even the door that you're opening and everything. They don't. But they see you walk into the room as if you phased through the door.
All right. So I have an idea here, guys. either A, the dude who lives in this tower is a wizard, or
You know
B, there's some kind of trap that has a major illusion going on here.
Well, he is a magic user.
He's the very high
He
wizard,
is
yeah.
he is working with was working with our benefactor and has ceased communication, and that's why we're here to find him. We
Huh.
must find this Dessner. He's got to be here
Gotcha.
somewhere.
Real quick, I'm going to attempt to turn around and walk back at the door and slowly push on it as I go towards it. Am I able to phase back through it?
As you push on the door, it does not budge.
Okay. So I turn around and say, all right, onward we go.
One-way door.
Not necessarily.
One way for right
Maybe
now.
he just didn't believe hard enough.
Or push the right.
Maybe you just got to believe real hard and run at the door full speed, head down.
And one of us has to clap.
I was trying to drink right then, Katie, and you literally almost made me do a spit take. Oh, so yeah, I'm gonna go about pulling a Fred and just saying, well, the quickest way to cover the most ground is to split up.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, there's one thing I ever learned. You never want to split the party.
No, please do.
That's like the first thing they teach you in school.
Well, that's fine. Let's see if we can find out where this guy is.
All right.
This looks like some sort of a workroom.
Where you just, as you walk into this room, you see a desk,
Yeah.
and sitting at the desk, you see a dog wearing a
What?
big wizard's hat.
A dog.
Yes, he's a puppy wearing a big
Aw.
wizard hat. He's got big floppy ears. He's got big cute nose.
Aw. Oh, cute. Do I notice this puppy as well coming?
Anyone who walks in the room probably notices
Oh,
me
yes.
at the wizard at
Oh,
the desk.
look at you.
He barks at you.
Do we hear them saying, oh, cute puppy and all that jazz?
Yes.
And you heard him bark too.
Yeah, he's the puppy. The puppy. Yeah.
Bark.
Going in the room.
Oh, aren't you just so cute?
Bark.
Oh,
Bark.
can we keep him?
Bark. Bark.
We need a mascot.
Bark.
Um. I have
And
a
that-
question.
Oh, go on.
How come he's wearing a wizard's cap? I mean, did he crawl under it himself? Did somebody put it on him?
Oh, he's so cute. He's a little rascal.
I think, what is the, what kind of check is this? Is this like an Arcana check? To, like, see... So I'm suspicious, since we're in this obviously very weird magical thing, that, like, the dog is not what it seems. So, is it like an Arcana check to see if this is, like, a magical dog, I guess?
Roll an Arcana check for me.
Okay. I'm not super smart, but we'll see how it goes. Okay.
I'm gonna kneel down by him and say, "What's your name, little guy?"
All right. So, as you roll your Arcana check, you start thinking, you're like, this is weird. Why is there a dog wearing
a
human
hat.
clothing? He's got a pen in one of his paws,
Sitting at a desk.
sitting at a desk like a human. That was weird.
I'm gonna name you Abernathy. That's it.
He shakes his head no. Bark, bark.
No.
And then
Maybe you can help us. We're looking
see
for
him.
Dessner. Do you know Dessner?
bark, bark. He starts hitting the desk.
I think that's yes,
Dessner.
guys.
Yeah, starting to think he is Dester.
I think we found
Mark,
Dexter, guys.
Bark, bark. He points his paw at Alira, and just continues.
Yay!
Bark, bark, bark.
Okay, so we figured it out. No wonder you haven't been writing back to your buddy back in town.
Bark.
Well, here. Why don't you come with us and maybe we can get you changed back?
He starts wagging his tail. Bark, bark. And then also just hits the desk a few times. And he starts moving papers away from another paper there.
Okay. I'm gonna move.
Alira, you're the smart one.
I'm gonna move over and look at the paper these.
I'm gonna scratch him behind his ear.
I just said I'm in school. I didn't say I was smart.
I'm gonna look at the paper.
Roll-
He
roll it.
explode.
Roll a persuasion check for that, Jory. 'Cause he's technically still a person. So, you know in like movies when people get transformed into animals and like do something like that, and at first they're like, no, don't do that, and then they start to really like it.
Right?
That's what happens.
He
He's
starts
like-
laying on his back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Rubbing
pushing his head into it anyway.
Right?
Okay. Do a perception check for those papers.
Oh no, you can see them.
Okay. Can I read them?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1
Okay.
second.
Hold on, gotta dig that one out.
Yeah.
Table B, subsection
Column.
A,
Column 3.
roll a D100. It
Oh no,
says-
it's really just me finding.
Modify that by 3d8.
Right?
As it is a list of ingredients.
All right, boy. So, do we need to get this stuff to get you back to normal?
Bark.
All right, so we're gonna have to figure this out. We're gonna say 1 bark for yes, 2 barks for no. Does that work for you?
Bark.
All right. So we'll get this stuff on the list, and then you will be able to turn yourself back.
Bark.
Fantastic. Is this stuff here in the tower?
Bark.
We're golden.
What?
Bark. Bark.
Are there traps around some of these ingredients?
Bark. Bark. Bark.
Oh, okay. Traps. Okay.
That's a I don't know. Is that what 3
Bark.
is?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Some yes.
Bark. Bark.
Two, no.
Can you lead us to these items?
Bark. Bark. Bark.
Yes and no. Some he can.
Well, I
some he
don't
can't.
All right. So,
They're all here in the tower.
all right. I'm assuming.
Derringer. Do you know of other parties who have come in here?
Bark.
In here? You do. Okay. Do you know that they?
What happened to them?
No,
Bark.
Bar.
Oh.
Bark.
Can you help us avoid the same outcome?
Bark. Bark.
No, you can't.
Oof.
Oof. Oh,
Is it
shit.
your lack of opposable thumbs?
Bark. Bark. Bark.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, if you can kind of guide us and point us in the right direction, we will gladly help you get this because we want to help you cure. Darn, I keep forgetting his name, and I gotta go back in here and pull it up. But
Yeah,
I
your,
will. 'cause I
your
did write
friend is
down.
very worried about you. Your friend,
Yeah, Durs.
whom we love
Durs.
and know.
Durs.
Yeah, Durs
Derringer
Derringer is missing you very
is
much.
Super missing you, and we want to help you get back to helping him.
Plus the fact that I'm sure you'd rather be two-legged than four.
Bark.
Bark.
Except when I do this, and then I rub his belly once again.
Roll me another persuasion check. Yeah, he can't. He just loves it.
I'll bet he's gonna be so embarrassed when he gets back to being human.
He's gonna
May
probably
or
bribe
may
me not to tell anybody that.
Jory
Really?
into.
Really?
He may or may not transform Jory into a dog and do the same thing to it.
His name's like,
Oh, I would love it. I welcome it. I'm down. I will totally take Rubbins as a dog. I'm sure it feels amazing.
make him a Shih Tzu or a Yorkie and put him right in Alira's backpack.
You kiss your mother with that mouth? All right, so we have this list here.
Yep. We know that,
Well,
we know
let's-
that the ingredients are in the tower.
All
We know
right.
Some of them are trapped.
The best way to handle this is to cover more ground, and the best way to do that is to split up.
Bark, bark.
No, he says.
I can tell you're gonna be exhausting.
Yeah.
Bark.
Yeah.
OOC real quick, is this list gonna be available, is this like a doc that's roll 20 question, I guess, that's like in
Yeah.
our
it's
stuff?
in-
Okay,
It's on handouts under the notes tab.
okay.
Handouts under notes folder. So handouts is underneath your player characters, and for some of you that have summons, your summons, and then you'll see notes under that. That's also where all your magic items and whatnot will be, if you find any.
If and when we come across them.
Exactly. All right, but it
Well-
sounds like now our party has a plan of action, and they have a
Other
new
than splitting.
mascot to do it with.
Yay!
Yay! Abernathy. I mean, Destner.
Destner,
That's the,
or dog draft.
Well, no, the reason I came up with the reason I was calling him Abernathy is I was just reading a book series where a court scribe was turned into a dog.
Yeah,
And
I
his name is-
literally came up with the name Destner Dark Draft just so that I could change it to Destner Dog Draft. So, but we'll continue these adventures next time.
Yay!
City of Perez.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Carl, glad to have you back.
Yeah.
Woo! Like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this content. We always appreciate the love and support from you guys. If you're behind, please check out our other videos on YouTube, including our Snack series, which was a Blasty Blast. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye. Stay classy.